Welcome back, everyone. Back on the moon job world, or Earth, exactly where we left off. So, I was doing some thinking, and whilst this base is very nice, and I've grown very fond of it, it's not very spatially useful. You see, I've got the fabricator on the right, which is handy to have, and I've got the solar sentry on the left. But it's quite a run between them. So I use this most often. This I use every now and again, but it's quite a background task, so it doesn't make much sense for it to be in the middle. So, all in all, I think a base reorder is in order. And, it so happens, I was planning on making the MattCave at some point, wasn't I? So, I think that the MattCave is what we are going to work on now. Because I want to, and the base is looking a bit shabby. So, if we collect some dirt very fast, just to up our soil slightly in our gun, then we can start leveling off all of this lovely area here to make the beginnings for the MattCave. I'm stoked. I'm super pumped. So, no! So, in this area, I want this to be fairly large because I'm planning on having most of my equipment in here. I mean, anything that's going outside of the MattCave, I'm just going to call it officially the MattCave. The MattCave, that is, I'm going to say it just now on, MattCave. Yeah, I like it. So, everything that's going outside of this is going to be the rocket, obviously to get to the moon, which is an essential step of, the moon job. And also the trade platform, as that is a rocket as well. And just some other bits and bobs. Which, whilst we're building this, it will be very useful to just spin this for lots of items. So, resin. Let's get some resin out of this, dude. Because what's the point in digging up all this soil if we're not going to use it for something constructive? So, if we get back to work on the MattCave, as I was saying, the rocket's going to go outside. The habitat I cannot move, so has to go outside, and the trade platform is going to go outside. Other than that, I'm planning to move everything into the MattCave. So I need to allocate lots of space. Allocating space is going to be the number one thing to do because it's crazy essential, crazy important. So we have at the moment, as of now, two research two research thingamajiggies, and they don't really need too big of a platform to go on. So I'm going to make just the little platforms that one's currently on now, these ones. So, once we allocate space for that, that's going to be super handy. Oh no, shift click, not control click. So, with the resin that I have at the moment, I'm going to make a second canister. For all this soil that we're collecting, it's going to need to get put to use somehow. And the best way of doing that is with a load of canisters. So, if we get to work on that so far, I've also been toying with the idea of keeping it like a concave roof and like random like shapes. As in, I don't know if I want to have like a straight wall with a 90-degree angle to the floor. So, if you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Other than that, I think I'm just going to leave it concave, because keeping it mostly, cave-like is also what I want to achieve. So I don't want it to look jarring and horrible, but I also want to make it look slightly natural and not too man-made, artificial kind of thing, So I think this is a pretty good base area, base design for how this is going to look. I think I'm going to like it to be a bit wider Although, I think this is good enough for now. So, let's go and chuck all of our soil that we've collected into the soil centrifuge to just pump it way up with soil. Boom. While we're at it, we can just put another canister on our gun and spin this for clay, quartz, graphite, and ammonium. Let's see resin, because we're going to be making a lot of platforms in this area. So, given that this is the center point, I think if we head this way in a straight line, that will look good. So rows and rows of things on the left and the right. So now is the important bit of having to prioritize what goes where. I would ideally like a fabricator quite close to the habitat, so I think in this corner particularly would be the ideal position. We don't need to worry about it being too close because we found the extenders earlier which move the power quite close to space, and we've got 2 work lights that we can place down to give the area some light. So, why is the floor not flat? I need to do more flattening. Great. I don't have any soil. There we are. Okay. So once I've flattened out all of this floor area, we're going to leave this for the time being, because I don't want to do it all in one go. I don't want to just blast it all out of the way. Instead I want to do it gradually, bit by bit. Otherwise, I'm going to start hating doing it. So, another priority is looking into what is needed to make a rocket. I put the research in but didn't start it. Urgh. As obviously going to the moon, we're going to need a rocket. So, for the rocket, a landing pad we don't actually need, so there's no point in getting that. Platform, exo request. What is an exo request platform? What is that? Something new, I don't know. So it's not there. Maybe it's in the second. Probably not. It's probably in the 4th bit. It is. So, a small shuttle requires 2 aluminium. And a medium shuttle requires an aluminium alloy and ceramic. Now, I don't think we can make an aluminium alloy just yet, because I believe we may need the chemistry set. So, like, the chemistry, whatchamacallit, and the atmospheric condenser. I'm slurring my words today. And the large shuttle, titanium alloy and ceramic. Yeah, we're way away from that. So, small shuttle, 2 aluminium. That is fairly okay, actually. 1,500 bytes. We're currently on 700. And this has 500-ish in it, bringing us to 1,200. So, with one more good research nugget, we should be, I can't talk. I cannot talk. We should have enough bytes to develop a nice shuttle. Obviously, there can't be any moon job if we have no way to get to the moon. What is happening? So, I'm just looking in this forest area for some... Okay, I need to start digging because I'm struggling here. This is why a small oxygen tank, would be quite handy, because oxygen at the moment, not good. Not good at all. So, I just had an idea while I've been ignoring that ore that's been poking out of the ground. That is malachite, or copper ore. And I haven't been picking it up yet because I haven't thought of any use for it. We might as well just leave it there if we haven't got any actual use for it just yet. But we do have a use for it because copper is used to make work lights. I.e. the thing I've got on my back and the thing I've got one of at the base. So if we get some malachite to get some copper up, we can make loads of work lights to light up the MattCave. And that is definitely something we need to... I'd say let's get a third. Ideally before our oxygen runs out. Come on. Yes! So, head back to base now, and put all of this malachite into the smelter. Once we've done that, we can turn all of it into work lights, and bada bing bada boom. We're in Light Town, baby. So 1, 2, and 3. That has slowed down our research, which at first seemed bad, but also just gives me more time to find another research nougat, which is what I'm going to try to do now. So let's embark into this purple forest that looks so beautiful, so beautiful. The leaves remind me of a peacock. See if we can find a research sample in one of the trees, and just like that we have. So let's bring this back to the base, but first let's just quickly grab these. And did we search this? I feel like we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, so let's just bring this research sample back. This should give us enough bytes to build a small shuttle. And I'm looking forward to that. That is going to be super handy on our journey to the moon. So, once we've unlocked and built it, we are going to need some kind of inhabitable equipment, well, to bring with us to the moon. Because we can't just land there and then think, well now, we're here, but we haven't got anything with us to actually do anything with. So, I'm going to need to gather up tons of compounds to make some tethers to look around, and a small printer as well. I want to make this setup here. Not a crazy setup, but just like a basic setup on the moon. I think that's very plausible, and that is what I would like to do. So, now that we have lots of copper, I'd say we make 2 work lights. We still have 1 copper there if we do need it. We are so bright now. We've got 3 work lights on us. We are just so light. So much light. So let's place this down there. Place this one down there. We'll just chuck down 2 at the moment. Just ideally to position where they're going to be. So I think having them near the entrance would look very nice. So maybe around here. Nice, that's looking very good. So because the work lights are plugged into the habitat, which has the oxygenator in it, the work lights give off oxygen. So that's pretty neat, I would say. Please say this is reach. No! There, okay. That's fine. But at least we now have some form of entrance into the cave that doesn't look too horrible. It may be changed later,